9 people drove that same road on quiet nights. 9 cars were found running, food still warm, hazards blinking. Not one of those 9 people was ever seen again. My name is Breck Solis. I drove supply trucks out of Stewart, British Columbia, for close to 6 years. Stewart is right on the Alaska border. Tiny place, maybe 500 people if you're being generous. My runs took me down Highway 37A into Hyder, Alaska, which is even smaller. Something like 80 people live there full time. The only way in or out is through Canada. 40 miles of highway, nothing on either side. No gas stations, no cell signal for most of the stretch, almost no other traffic at night. Just dark trees pressing right up to the road and whatever your headlights could reach. I did the drive at night, always evening runs. I'd leave Stewart around 8, get to Hyder by 10 or 10:30 depending on the weather. Did it enough times that it stopped feeling like anything. I'd put talk radio on until the signal dropped, then just drove quiet. You stop noticing how dark it gets out there after a while. Or you tell yourself you don't. October. I think 2019. The cold had already set in, hard. I had this coffee from a gas station back in Juneau that was somehow still warm, sitting in my cup holder. That's the kind of detail you remember for no reason. Anyway, I'm about 20 minutes out from Stewart and I see hazard lights ahead. Mile marker 23, that's roughly the halfway point. I slowed down, gray Honda CR-V on the shoulder, engine running, hazards going. I pulled up behind it and just sat there for maybe 2 minutes watching. No movement inside the car. I grabbed my flashlight, got out. It was cold, windy. The trees were making a lot of noise. I walked up and knocked on the driver's window. Nothing. Looked in. Empty, all 4 seats. But the engine was still going, heat blowing through the vents. I could see them moving. There was a Subway bag on the passenger seat. I looked close enough to see the receipt through the plastic. Time-stamped 41 minutes earlier. Whoever stopped here had just been somewhere with a Subway. The food was probably still warm. I stood there a second staring at the tree line. I don't know what I thought I'd see. Just trees. Just dark. I got back in my truck and drove until I caught a sliver of signal. Called the RCMP. They came out, searched with dogs the next morning. Nothing. Filed a report. I gave my statement, drove home, pretty much forgot about it. Then the following March, same run, I come around a bend, and there are hazard lights at mile marker 23. Different car this time. Black Ford Explorer, engine running, fast food bag in the back seat from a place in Ketchikan. I didn't get out this time. I just sat in my truck looking at it, hands on the wheel, and called RCMP with whatever signal I could get. The officer who came out this time was younger. He started digging through old reports after, I think, just out of curiosity. He called me a few weeks later. 7 prior reports. Same location, 15 years, 7 different vehicles, 7 different owners, all unaccounted for. One was a woman from Terrace whose family had filed a missing persons report. One was a contractor who worked near the mine outside Stewart. Every single vehicle, all 9 if you count mine, was traveling toward Hyder, not away from it. Nobody heading back toward Canada ever stopped there. I asked him what he thought that meant. He didn't answer right away. He said the part that got him was that in most of the cases, the food was still warm when officers arrived, meaning the person hadn't been gone long, meaning something happened fast. He said they never found any of them, not one. I stopped doing night runs after that conversation. My supervisor wasn't happy about it. He put out the route to other drivers. The first guy lasted 3 runs. Second driver quit after 2 and didn't give a reason. Far as I know, that route has no regular driver anymore. Hyder gets its supplies in daylight now, what little it gets. I still drive for work, just different routes. Daytime stuff, nothing remote. But some nights I lie there and I think about that CRV, the receipt in the bag, the engine still running, and I think about the fact that in all 9 of those cases, across 15 years, nobody ever heard anything. No yelling, no signs of a struggle, nothing on the road, just cars sitting there, running, waiting. I don't know what's out there at mile marker 23. I don't want to know. I just know I'm never driving that road at night again. And honestly, I think that's the only smart thing I've ever done in my whole damn life.